Good morning. Welcome to Chat and Share. And I have so much to talk to you about today that I want to talk to you and unburden myself and share some ideas that I have, etc., etc. So, you might want to get yourself a drink of choice and make yourself comfortable. And I'm doing the same. I have my water handy and an emergency one of those. And I'm ready to visit. I hope that you are, and I hope that you will enjoy. The first thing I want to share is the root of all evil. As far as Carol is concerned, these spools are the root of all evil. Now, this drawer in my stack right behind me, down at the bottom, are bits of trim that I have all of which I have shared in my Etsy shop, and this, which I purchased in the last few months from Joann. It was new. The 2 rolls of it were new, and 3 rolls. Sorry. I just loved it to death, and you'll notice that I wrapped it around my fingers. The great finger wrap, to me, is a great solution. So here we go. Now, oh, there are 3 of them. You see, there are 3 of them in there. Alrighty, now, there they are. They're not in there anymore. There's a little bit more room because these are rolled, and these are some large, as you can see. I didn't know what to do with, so they're tucked under there. Of course, they're out of sight, so they're out of mind too. Okay, so that is the demo of why that drawer is called Lace Trims, and then there's this one called Miscellaneous Ribbon. Well, this is so wasting of space. Plus, I don't know what's there, so I turn them on the side, and they just make it into the drawer, and they scratch on the way, but that's all right. But then this one is on a roll, not a roll. And this one, I purchased this one, and I really and truly do have to say I forget about it. This was on a 50% sale at Hobby Lobby, and it's lovely. They are just lovely when I remember to use them, because I don't see them. So, out of sight, out of mind again, and I think to myself, what can I do to solve this problem? These things annoy me to a point where I'm taking the bull by the horns, and I'm making a change. So, I'm going to take these out. Now, these are very pretty, but completely forgotten. So, I'll take these 2 out also. And this, now, I do a lot of neutrals, and I certainly would have great opportunity to use these, but I don't. Now, this one is lovely also, and to be honest, if I had a clear box, maybe, just maybe, I could put it up at eye level on my shelves behind me, and I could see what was in here. Oh, yes, I'm getting my aggravated voice on. So, let's put that over there. This is what I plan to do with them. This I purchased yesterday when we were at Hobby Lobby, and I love it. Look at that. It's little flowers, and it's the kind of thing that would dye beautifully with distress inks or oxides. So, from here, I wound around the fingers, and there it is. Now, as I said, this is only Carol's craziness, because this gets right on my last nerve. So, here we go. Now let's just see if I'm right about this, if it's a little bit more workable. And isn't this one pretty? Again, Hobby Lobby. Did I remember that I purchased this a few months ago? No. I think I might have used it once when I first got it. Well, that's not the answer to our purchase of crafting stuff. No, it isn't. No matter what, it is not. So, there we go. Give it a turn, back around the other way. I remember seeing my grandma do this with her lace, and of course that was in the late 40s and very early 50s, and her lace was, of course, Valenciennes and so forth, and she loved that lace like I love anything like that too, and I think I inherited it directly. And I remember her doing this, and I remember her having a kind of almost looked like it was a box, a fancy box that was covered in wallpaper, and she kept her laces in them. And so now I have an idea of what is in the box. So, as you can see, just a share. You might or might not have that much. You might not feel it's necessary for you, but for my sanity, it is. So, that's share number one. Oh, there it is. Now, let's talk about these goodies that I found yesterday. I have been wanting to add some of these gold flakes to some of my projects, and so I saw them yesterday, and my husband and I each had a 40% coupon. So, yes, there it is, some gold flakes. And then I'd seen Andrea on who is Artie Mays. If you haven't seen her channel, make your fingers go. Stop watching me and go see her. She's just wonderful. So this is tissue paper. Now, I've never really had much contact with foil-like tissue paper. I want to see what it feels like. I want to see what it is. All right, there we go. Goodbye wrapping. I'm not a wrapping girl either. I'm not dedicating my life to wrapping. Let's feel this. Mine goes right through. Oh, it is so fine and delish. Oh, yes. Okay. Branching out for 2020. So those two. Then, my original reason for going to the mall that has a Michael's, and right over here and down the road a little bit, like within half a mile, there is Hobby Lobby now. Oh my, and over here is Walmart. So first we went into Walmart because I'd heard someone say in one of the videos that Walmart has the safety pins without the coil. And certainly they did. And a very nice size. A very nice size. Then I also noticed that they are a little bit bent, and then it dawned on me that these are quilting. They slide in like this, and the fabric can be down, and you can close. But until I would find something else, and as my husband says, oh, I can straighten them out, I thought, oh yes, you probably can. So I got these at Walmart. Now, this was the goal for going to Walmart. This is what I got. I'm a happy girl. But, of course, you have to take a turn around and look in their stationery section to see if they have any paper, particularly those three triptych fold-outs that I had gotten way last year. Always looking for them, always. So there, that was the goal. I achieved it. Then, over in the... I wanted to see if they had these pins in Walmart, and they do. And then walking around, there looking at me was a sewing machine. Now, I had purchased the sewing machine that I'm using, in all honesty and all innocence. I seriously thought the only thing that I would possibly be interested in doing with it would be to have straight stitching and zigzag. And my little Singer from Joann does straight stitching and zigzag. And it wasn't a terrible price. It was 80 something with, plus tax. And I've been very happy with it. But this last, confession time, I would say for the last 6 months, I have been, I've been seeing some of the stitching that Wendy and Liz, who is Miss Cog, do. And they have opportunities on their sewing machine to do a little bit fancier stitch. And so, there it was sitting in the box, just one of them. Let me get a little closer here so that you can see what I'm talking about. Oh my. Okay. So, I said, how am I going to rationalize this? This is flat being a greedy girl. I have one sewing machine and now I want a better one. Well, I happen to have a husband, God bless him, who says, don't worry about that. We're going to do a garage sale soon. We'll put yours out there. Someone else can have their sewing machine, which will meet their needs at a price they can't leave it there, and you will have this one. So, now, this box on here is all the little stitches. And this is the computery thingy-mabobby. Now, this is bobbin making and loading, but the thing that really got the sewing machine to me was this top loading, front loading, in your face bobbin situation. Unbelievable. You put it in here and then you close it, and then you don't worry about the work in the hand to get the needle down to catch the thread to pull it up. None of that. But Miss, I'll have one of those girl, has to learn the intricacies of this little computer majiggy that's in there. And back here, I've had a good read. I also went onto YouTube and put Brother Sewing Machine Operation, and boom, the most wonderful, close-up, clear bobbin making, bobbin installing, and threading of the machine. It was wonderful. I think now, I have it now. A little bit of talk about this, not too much. So, that was for a high-end Brother sewing machine. And then they had a second video for a sewing machine, maybe downrange a bit. And so, of course, this one is in the middle. So, you watch the high end, you watch the middle end, and then you know you're in the middle someplace. And so you get out this, and you realize, this is what mine looks like. And this is how it works, Carol. And of course, in the modern world, you start at number 1 and you go across. And then from 4, and I'm looking for 5. No, it's not on the back. If I was starting to get a happiness headache, it goes around this way. Now, why, in this day and age, I guess I'm just too old to understand why it wouldn't be to here and then come back this way. Oh no, it's this way, skip, this way, around. But it's very clear on the type of sewing machine that I have that is mid-range. And there it is. There's the whole mystery that I had. So that one was solved, and I really am going to, after I finish this video, and I'm going to probably relax because it's Sunday and watch one of my faves, and then I'm going to come back. And my goal today is to make a bobbin, insert a bobbin, and get the sewing machine working on straight stitching. And then I said, now there's got to be more to this because my sewing machine has no stitch length and width. Oh yes it does, it's in the little computery thing. Okay, so that I found, and then I found, I'm going to have to put a tag on this someplace. Then I found this bit, which gives the information that you need about each stitch you might choose. So this gorgeous Grecian border calls for, and then it gives you the, I don't have auto, so, but it gives the information. That's when I found out where the length and width of the stitches was. This is my adventure. I think, being completely oblivious to this little computery thing, I didn't realize it was going to be like that, but I'm going to beat this. I'm going to win. Not the sewing machine. So, this is what I wanted, that's what I got. Mission accomplished. Then, over to Hobby Lobby. And more goodies. My husband gets something in his mind and he says, I'm going to look. And I said, but I just bought these, I don't need them. He says, but I know, I said I wanted bulb pins. Well, these two came from Hobby Lobby, and I wanted the silvery ones. Here's black, very, very dark, almost black. And here are mixtures that came from, these are the Hobby Lobby mixtures, and this is the one that came from Michael's, would you believe? Yes, the boy found these in Michael's, and he's a searcher. My attention span for searching is not the greatest. So, I have those. I'm set. Hobby Lobby clearance. I picked these because they are little French stamps. I'm going to give them a try. And the price was so right that was an impulse buy, and I'm going to stick to it. I'm proud of it. These are the other two rolls of lovely flat round laces that I also got when I got the one with the flowers. So these are coming off here, of course, and going into that clear container. What else? Oh yes, I'm sorry. Besides this, a sewing machine at Walmart. I bought this. I have been using this, which is fine and wonderful. However, it's long enough to impale me. So this was practically giving away, and for ripping, lightweight, only 12 inches, ready to go. So those were my little finds, and I thought I'd share them with you along with my root of all evil theory. Now, where can I hide these? Where can I hide these? I'll put them up and over here on the sewing machine table. I'm coming, sewing machine. I ordered 2 books as a birthday present to Carol. Let me show you the first one. Here it is, and I have removed some of the pages because I use them. I don't try to separate this because that would be too crazy making even for me. And I waited patiently for an extra week and a half or so, and this one came. Okay. Yes, it did. Ugh. All right. Yes, it did, and I can understand why. Tracy Fox, Tina on Shabby Dabby Doo, Da, and Rachel, and so forth, just absolutely adore these books because they are so very fussy cuttable. Look at these. And it's a whole book full, and even these These side panels are fine, only if if the thing on the other side isn't more valuable to you. Now, I love this. This is wild matter, matter that is used for dye in watercolors and others. Rose madder. This is the madder plant, but isn't it pretty? And I love it because of these berries. So this is going to be a completely fun experience of fussy cutting. I'm going to be fussy cutting until my head falls off. Look at these pretties. Now I can see why. They've talked about this book so much, and I haven't been able to find it, and some of the books are, I'm sure the better quality books are, you know, $100, $150, but here we are. And it was certainly not that. This one was, I guess this one was $19. And look at the size of it. Happy birthday to me. Righty, so that's taken care of. Now, on the floor. Next, I want to talk about this. I made this last year, and I've saved it for the new year, which I said I was going to do. This is a hinged journal. I learned to do this from Rachel at Roxy Creations, and she learned it from someone else, and I watched her make one. And then I decided to make one also, but I got completely crazed and used paper very unlike what she used, of course. And I made a belly band to close it, and a good friend sent me this hand-painted paper in Happy Mail, and I'm going to be using this to close it. And I put a little pocket in here for what? For maybe for secrets. But here is paper that I picked that I didn't feel as though I'm going to be using in my journaling. It's not paper that really tickles me or meets my needs. But it starts out with red. There's an awful lot of red here. There's red here, and I've decided to name her Ruby Lou. So Ruby Lou and I are going to be started as soon as possible. And one of the things about these hinged journals is that they lie flat. So, as you can see, hinge papers, and when I want to work in them, all I have to do is put something on the inside or work from the inside out. In other words, work from about the center of the journal. Let's say this would be the center of the journal, and if I can put something on this side under here, which will really make a difference as for flatness if I want to art journal with a little touch of junk, of course, on these pages. So this Ruby Lou is going to be my year's project, and I'm quite happy, and I've saved her, and here she's going to be. Isn't this just a challenge? Not primarily a junk journal. In fact, only very secondarily a junk journal. I'm going to be calling this a kind of a hybrid. Ruby Lou is going to be a little of both worlds, and she's coming next. In fact, now this week coming, we have some chores, and my husband is having his second eye cataract, and so I'm going to be a busy person doing real life things. But I'm going to hope that I get a day, maybe Wednesday I think is my day, that I hope to get to her. Ruby and I are going to have some fun, and I haven't done that kind of thing in a few years since I discovered junk journaling. And now, I think I'm getting to the end of my chats. Now let's have a look at what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I'm going to do some shares. So I have 1, 2, 4. And I'm going to, I'm thinking I'm going to include these in my Etsy. I enjoy making ephemera more than is possible to say, and I want to be able to share it. So this envelope contains the 2 pieces from my last project, and they will be offered in my shop. I'm going to try to get them. Pictures taken ASAP, so that I can put them in my shop to be shared. Now, I plan to put these in a bubble mailer. I want it to be big enough so that there is very little opportunity for this to be squeezed in, because this is just a little bit too close in size to a next size down. So, this is how I'm planning on sending them. If you, however, would like me to add a piece of this heavyweight to the package, in other words, to the back of the package, it will kind of help the post office to understand that it's not too bendable. And if you wish that, before you purchase, please convo me and let me know. And if you give me your address, I can go to the post office and let you know what adding this is going to mean. Prior to that, though, I think I'm going to go to the PO and take one of these envelopes, one of these, and measure and have the weight for that, and also I'll know the comparison, the difference, and then I'll add this to it. But I want the if you're interested in having my pretties, I want them to be arriving to you in as good a way as I possibly can, and of course I will be shipping them to you in the way that you see on in my Etsy shop, and we'll all hope for the best. I don't think these things are not that delicate, and if necessary, and I feel that this is a little too big, then I'll just cut it down and tape it carefully and make the envelope a little bit smaller. But that's my logistics. Now, so we have this one is number 1, and let me actually remember this for my my description. Oh, and if you want more than one, or you want the extra stiffness added to the package, convo me, and and if you're interested in them, I will put reserved. I will edit the article on Etsy and put it in there reserved for you. And then if you should change your mind and say, no, I've thought about it, I don't want to have them, all I have to do then is just remove the reserve. But okay, this is going to be number 1, and this one, these was done very recently, and then before that I made these, and these are going to be also shared. Up here, Carol, there you go. And this one with the notebook with the pages and the decoration and the front and back covers. And so this one goes here in the front, and this one goes here in the back gusset. And this one will be number number 2. And then this one will be number 3. And you see, this allows me to make more of these to share, because I do like very much to share. So this one would be the first piece. All of these items have been on videos recently. And here, the pocket. So this one, front gusset. Here, the back gusset. And this one is going to be number 3. And of course, if you're wanting more than one, the package, I will try to put them all in one package. And if that interests you, that's possible to do. Oh, this one is a double one. I've done this quite a while ago when I first started doing white. So this one is quite special. This one contains, in the middle gusset, this one contains a small journal with medieval mirage paper, and papers added here, a pocket there, and the back. To tie that over here at the side. And there's, it's just a matter of me searching within myself and realizing that this type of thing is what I really, really love to do. So, and I want to share. So, this is a decorated bag. And inside is a writing spot for the front gusset. Decorated on the back with a part of an envelope, and decorated writing spot here, and in the middle, place for this wee little journal. And so this one will be number 4. If you have enjoyed this chat and share, I do hope that you will let me know. I am always interested in your comments, and I do try to answer all of them. And here we have Ruby Lou. She's finally going to get some attention, and I'm going to be stepping right out of my my comfort zone in her. That's my goal. I want to do things here to stretch, and I'll just add these two as reminders. These two are both Hobby Lobby. Let me pull back a little bit so that you can get a good view of what we talked about today. And I hope you have enjoyed this chat and share, and I will be I'll be getting back with you as soon as I have more goodies and have more aggravation to share. And I'm going to try tonight while I'm watching television. I'm going to try rolling, getting rid of spools. Bye now.